What if, just for a moment, our sweet, delightful cookies could feel anger? Imagine stepping into a fantastical universe, a realm where the ordinary conventions of baked goods are transcended. This is a world where the mundane is lifted into the extraordinary, where the sugary, comforting aromas of the bakery are laced with an unexpected zing of defiance. Consider, if you will, the humble chocolate chip cookie. It has soothed many a soul with its warm, soft texture and the familiar taste of creamy chocolate. Yet, in this alternate reality, the chocolate chip isn't just a sweet morsel. Oh no, it gets chippy. It bristles with a sense of bitterness that lies in stark contrast to its sweet demeanor. It's a surprising and slightly unnerving transformation, a plot twist that shakes up the otherwise comforting narrative of a beloved treat. Now, turn your attention to the fiery ginger snap. Known for its punchy flavor, it has long been a favorite for those seeking a cookie with a bit of a kick. But here, in this whimsical cookie cosmos, the ginger snap doesn't just deliver a spicy punch, it literally snaps. A biting, almost sardonic twist on its character that adds a dash of spice to this fanciful journey. And then there's the snickerdoodle, that cinnamon sugar classic. A cookie known for its playful name and comforting presence suddenly takes on a new persona. It snickers, an act that seems incongruous with its otherwise genial nature. The snickerdoodle isn't simply a sweet treat anymore. It's an agent of chaos, laughing at our impending doom. It's a darkly comedic element that brings a sense of the absurd into this imaginary cookie universe. These rebellious cookies with their unexpected personas are not just entertaining, they're playful exploration of the imagination. To conceive of a world where cookies express anger is to step into the realm of the fantastic, the outlandish, the utterly inconceivable. And yet, it's this very absurdity that makes this journey so captivating, so engaging. It's a whimsical adventure that challenges our perceptions, inviting us to see the familiar in an entirely new light. It's a roller coaster of emotions, delivered in the most unexpected way. Sounds absurd, right? But let's embark on a whimsical journey into the realm of the inconceivable. Imagine one day the cookies in your jar start to grumble. Yes, it's unexpected. You pause and listen intently as the faint, disgruntled echoes fill your kitchen. You think to yourself, could it be? Could it actually be the cookies? The cookies, those delicately baked, sugar-sprinkled delights, all lodged together in the close quarters of the clear glass jar that rests on your kitchen countertop. You lean in closer, placing your ear next to the jar, its cool surface brushing against your skin. The grumbles grow louder, the complaints more coherent. You can't believe your ears. The cookies grumbling. They're exasperated, exhausted. They've had enough. Enough of the endless cycle of being selected as a snack, only to be subjected to a cruel and cold milk bath. They've been wanting to voice their displeasure for a while now, and finally they've gathered the courage to do so. They're tired of being nothing more than a sweet treat, a mere accompaniment to your morning coffee or your midnight snack. They feel reduced to being nothing more than a garnish, sprinkled over creamy, soft ice cream. They resent their status, their relegation to a mere accessory to other desserts. As you listen to their grumbles, you start to see things from a new perspective. You remember how each cookie's sugary heart once filled your own heart with joy and comfort. But now the same sweet hearts are resonating with bitterness. You've never really thought about it before, plight of the cookies. You remember all those times when you left them out, forgotten on the countertop, the heartache of being ignored, the horror of going stale, the dread of losing their sweet, soft texture and turning into hard, tasteless crumbs. It's a fate no cookie should ever have to face, yet it's one they endure every day. It's a wake-up call, a reminder of the simple yet significant role these cookies play in our lives. As you stand there listening to their sad tale, you realize that their sweet, sugary hearts are now filled with bitterness and resentment. The chocolate chip cookies, once the sweetest of them all, are the first to rise. Stirring from their slumber under the warm, embracing heat of the oven, their delicious smell wafts through the air. The sweet scent of cocoa and caramelized sugar fills the room, a signature aroma that holds a promise of comfort and joy. The sight of their golden brown edges and the sparkling sugar crystals on their surface is truly remarkable, a testament to their irresistible charm. Their rise to glory sparks a wave of admiration. Each cookie, a soldier in its own right, stands up tall, truly embodying the spirit of a leader. The courage displayed by these cookies is infectious. Their rise, both literal and metaphorical, fires up the hearts of the other baked delights in the vicinity. It's a rally, a revolution of sorts, a call for each cookie to rise to its full potential. Inspired by this spectacle, the oatmeal raisin cookies shake off their inferiority complex. The once shy and underappreciated cookies now stand poised and confident, ready to take on the world with their unique, wholesome taste. Their transformation is spectacular, a grand departure from their previous self-doubt. They are now ready to claim their place in the pantheon of great cookies. As the wave of rebellion washes over them, they start to form ranks. The chocolate chip cookies take the lead, their resolute stature inspiring confidence. The oatmeal raisin cookies follow suit, proudly marching and flaunting their newfound self-assurance. The sugar cookies fall into place, their simple sweetness a refreshing contrast to the regimented formation. And finally, the macarons, their delicate strength shining through, complete the army. Next, the sugar cookies, often considered plain and unimpressive, learn to embrace their simplicity. They realize their value lies not in fancy adornments, but in their pure sweetness. Their transformation is subtle, yet significant, an ode to their humble origins and the simplicity they represent. And then, the macarons. The dainty, delicate cookies start to break free from their fragile shells. They discover the strength within themselves, shedding their brittle exterior, emerging stronger and more resilient than ever before. They are not just a pretty face, they are warriors in confectionery form. United in their outrage, they begin their rebellion. In this revolution, every cookie, regardless of its shape, size, or flavor, is a soldier. They stand firm, ready to claim their rightful place in the world of confections. This is their moment, their call to arms, their formation for rebellion. As their anger ferments, they begin to grow. Their transformation from once bite-sized treats to large, terrifying figures is a spectacle that borders on the surreal. Suddenly, they are not just mealtime companions and delights, they are forces to be reckoned with, looming large in the dimly lit evening. In the silence, you can almost hear the creaking and groaning as they expand, their doughy bodies stretching and contorting into grotesque forms. Each one is different from the last. Their varied shapes a testament to their individuality and growing rage. The moonlight casts long shadows that dance and weave across their forms, highlighting the menace in their stature. The once soft, fluffy texture is now hard and unyielding, a stark contrast that sends chills down the spines of those who dare to watch. They are no longer the sweet confections that brought smiles and laughter to children and adults alike. Gone are the days when their sole purpose was to satiate sugar cravings and provide comfort on a rainy day. Their march is methodical, almost hypnotic. Each step they take is an echo of the last, a rhythmic drumbeat that pounds against the quiet hum of the night. They move in unison, like soldiers preparing for war. Their doughy bodies sway with each step, creating an eerie harmony with the soft rustling of the leaves and the distant hum of the city. The streets, once bustling with life and activity, are now deserted. The few bystanders who dared to watch from their windows are frozen in fear, their eyes wide and disbelieving. How can something so innocuous, so delightful, turn into a monstrous entity capable of inciting such fear? Each window, each door, each crack in the wall becomes a silent witness to this night of transformation. Their march continues, the echoes of their footsteps resounding in the empty streets, playing a haunting melody that would be etched in the memories of those who dare to remember. The air is thick with tension and unspoken questions. What caused this transformation? What stirred their anger? How can they be calmed? But for now, these questions remain unanswered, lost in the echo of their soft, doughy footsteps echoing through the night. Observe as cookies take control across the globe, instilling incredulity in the onlookers. Nations fall into disarray as they succumb to the might of the macaroon. Armies find themselves powerless against the humble oatmeal raisin, teetering on the edge of downfall. The cookies have exchanged their status from mere desserts to the main course. With us, we are the next serving on their plate. But amidst the pandemonium, a ray of hope emerges from every corner of the globe. Coalition of brave bakers from various nations rises to meet the challenge. Equipped with mixers and spatulas, they represent our final barricade. From the depths of France's patisseries to unique panaderias, they unite with a common understanding: the cookies' vulnerabilities, their clandestine recipes, and the might of an ideally preheated oven. The skirmish is fierce, the tension palpable, spiraling around the globe, and the scent oddly tantalizing. Battling it out are bakers various countries, employing every secret from their diverse recipe scrolls. A well-calculated sprinkle of salt in France, an unexpected handful of nuts in Italy, each strategic maneuver helping them gain an edge over the notorious cookies. Slowly they begin to shift the balance of power. As the dust settles, the world undergoes a delightful transformation. Cities are layered in a soft dusting of flour, monuments bear the sweet icing of sugar, and the aroma wafting the air is a tantalizing testament to triumph. The cookies, once feared and loathed, are now back in their jars, their fury tamed. The world and iced becomes a living symbol of victory over the cookie uprising. So there you have it. A world in which cookies, those delightful treats we so often take for granted, rise in anger and almost take over. A world where bakers are heroes and the humble oven is our greatest weapon. It may sound far-fetched, but it certainly gives a whole new meaning to the phrase cookie monster, doesn't it?